I guess the point of this rant is it's a warning for people. You have to take a step back and stop listening to the soothsayers and the provocateurs and the empty calories of propaganda. And you have to use your brain and think. And you have to ask yourself, why are you here? What are you trying to accomplish? What's the point of this technology? What are all these labors about? What's the philosophy that you believe in? Where's the virtue in the things that we do? What type of world would you like to live in? Where would you like to go in that world? What type of world would you like to leave behind? These things. Where does value come from? What is the nature of money? What makes good money versus bad money? Are you completely certain and comfortable that the economy that you live within, whether it's the US economy or the European economies or the Chinese economy, is going to be around in 25 years and still as healthy and solid? Or is it going to be worse off? Use your perception and look at the world around you. Is this world getting safer? Is this world getting more free? Is this world living with more enlightenment principles? Or is this world regressing to a world of fear and paranoia and division? All the institutions around us are collapsing. Used to be when I was a kid, you put money in a bank, you get interest. Now, you're lucky if they even let you put it in there for free. You have to pay a fee. There are negative interest rates now. Used to be when I was a kid that this concept of printing trillions of dollars out of thin air every year was a fantasy that you'd only hear from the far right, gold bugs. Now it's just business as usual. It used to be when I was a kid, we had things we could believe in. Now we don't. You see it in the culture, every television show, every movie. We don't have heroes anymore. We have jaded situations, broken institutions, everything in this postmodern economy. There is no notion of winning. It's now just let's show you all the shades of gray. The commish gets replaced with the shield, always. There's always someone lying to you. There's always cynicism. There's always more to the story instead of the rest of the story. And that's sad. That's really sad. Where have all the heroes gone? So why are you here? And what's the point of all of it? Because let's say you've succumbed to the cynicism and you now honestly believe that the world is jaded and broken, everybody's out for themselves. The money you seek to make in this space is going to evaporate faster than you can imagine or just be taken from you. Why not? Civil asset forfeiture has been enshrined in the law, and digital currencies are coming at the CBDC level. What's to stop the government from any given time just pushing a button, taking your money from you? You've already admitted that there are no heroes, there's no truth, there's no objective reality, there's no constitutional rights anymore. There's always the exception to the rule. 2 years ago, it was absolutely inconceivable that a mass hysteria could take over a nation state and remove the freedom of religion, the freedom of assembly, and give us arbitrary rules that we all just somehow have to follow. And half of America hates the other half for following them. But now that's the reality we live in. So why can't we just keep going down that road and live in a world where things can just be arbitrarily seized from you and taken from you? I regularly go to countries where that's a fact of life. I regularly go to countries where every now and then they're about one bad election away from a civil war. You don't think that can come home? The world we're headed towards in this post-truth economy is not a good one. And it's made even worse by the emergence of technology that we as a species do not yet have the wisdom to handle. There's a gigantic wisdom gap. You invent the automobile, and then somewhere along the road, you say, boy, we need to make a safety belt. Yeah, because car crash bad. Well, we got things far worse now. From artificial intelligence to nanotechnology to synthetic biology. The wisdom of COVID should have been that God, gain of function is a civilization-ending technology. But we can't even have that discussion. We're not even allowed to because we're censored about it. called conspiracy theories. This is the world we're headed towards. And the point of crypto is it's an open source collective effort by countless hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of creative people, good intended people who still believe it's possible to chase objective truth, to rescue the world from this mass hysteria and this darkness. And I thought about it for a long time and I said, well, if we're going to do this right, the one thing we have to get right, as frustrating as it is decentralization. It's the one thing we have to get right. Because if we get that, it's unstoppable.